Okay, if you're in a band and you're staying at the Motel 6 and you add a band member and now you're at the Ritz-Carlton, keep your issues to yourself. All right? You went from a Motel 6 in a sketchy part of town to a Four Seasons in the shopping district.
You started a Motel 6, add a band member, and suddenly you're at the Ritz-Carlton. Lesson: keep your issues to yourself. You went from a sketchy motel to luxury. Stop complaining. 27 million viewers tuned in for an unforgettable moment at the WNBA All-Star Game. But the post-game press conference ignited a firestorm, forcing the basketball world to pick sides. Colin Cowherd, never one to hold back, delivered one of the harshest critiques in recent sports media history, targeting Los Angeles Sparks star Kelsey Plum. This wasn't just about basketball. It was about respect, gratitude, and the perilous business of biting the hand that feeds you. Make no mistake, Cowherd was furious. What was meant to be a celebration at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis on Saturday night, the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game, quickly became one of the most tone-deaf moments in recent sports history.
That was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise, but the t-shirt, just United front was determined this morning, that we had a meeting for. And, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just, we had a very,
that really needed to be mentioned.
I'm trying to make a situation light. Okay. But yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective. And I thought that, it was a very powerful moment and got the point across. And, sometimes you don't have to say anything.
During warm-ups, both all-star teams stepped onto the court wearing black t-shirts emblazoned with a bold, uncompromising message: "Pay us what you owe us." The crowd erupted. 27 million viewers watched as WNBA players stood united, sending a powerful statement about contract negotiations and salary disputes. It was organized, deliberate, and reverberated across the basketball world. Then everything changed. In the post-game press conference, Kelsey Plum, the league's sharpshooter since 2017, decided to throw Caitlin Clark under the bus. And she didn't do it subtly or diplomatically. No. This was calculated, precise, and designed to get under the skin of everyone watching.
T-shirts don't bother me, but why do you take a shot at the Golden Goose, Caitlin Clark? You guys were flying before she arrived on one of those airlines that made you pay for a cup of water. One of those airlines that is the planes are the color of a high.
It was a very powerful moment, Plum said, reflecting on the t-shirt protest. As players, we didn't even know it was going to happen. Then came the blow. She called out Caitlin Clark's all-star team for their absence during the meeting where the protest had been organized, putting them squarely in the spotlight.
Mind the t-shirts. I think you have leverage. I think you deserve more than 9%. But it's just misstep after misstep. It's time to grow up, girls.
Let that sink in for a moment. The player who has single-handedly turned women's basketball from a niche sport into must-watch television was publicly called out by a veteran who should have been showing gratitude instead. By Monday morning, Colin Cowherd was ready to fire back on the herd on Fox Sports 1. "Stop talking," he demanded, his voice rising with every word. "Why are you taking a shot at the Golden Goose?"
Get more profitable as women's basketball gets better, as the Caitlin Clark momentum train gets bigger. I mean, this year she's not playing well. She's hurt. She's not there for all the games. So this is actually not.
But that was just the opening salvo. What followed was a verbal takedown destined to be remembered. You went from a Motel 6 in a sketchy part of town to a Four Seasons in the shopping district, and now you're taking shots at the person who got you the upgrade, Cowherd said, his metaphor hitting like a freight train. And it doesn't stop there. Keep your issues to yourself and start showing some appreciation for what Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA, he continued, frustration crackling over the airwaves. Grow up.
Literally went from an average walk-in price of $121 to 64 bones. $64 to get in once Caitlin Clark's injury came out that she wasn't going to play. And I'm very interested to see what those ratings.
What makes Cowherd's fury both powerful and justified are the numbers, figures that leave little room for debate and should give every WNBA veteran pause before criticizing Caitlin Clark. Before Clark arrived, WNBA games rarely drew more than 400,000 viewers on a good night. This season, Indiana Fever games featuring Clark are consistently attracting over 1.7 million viewers, with some matchups surpassing 3 million, a staggering 170% increase in TV ratings year over year. Attendance tells an even more striking story. The Fever sold out 17 of 20 home games, and road games that historically struggled to reach half capacity are now packing arenas whenever Indiana comes to town.
She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew she was being shitty, and she was. That's what she was doing. She knows Caitlin Clark's got a ton of fans that support her, and she purposely gave her a double.
The WNBA has operated at a loss for 27 straight years, with annual deficits estimated between $10 and $12 million. This year, for the first time, the league is on the verge of profitability, and the driving force behind that surge has a name: Caitlin Clark. What made Cowherd's rant hit so hard wasn't just his intensity, it was the unvarnished truth. Kelsey Plum, despite her talent, has never moved the needle for women's basketball the way Clark has in a single season. This is the player who is genuinely expanding the sport's reach and capturing mainstream attention. Cowherd didn't hold back, letting the numbers speak for themselves before delivering the inevitable question. And you're taking shots at her?
Exactly what she was doing. She knew she was being shitty, and she was. That's what she was doing. She knows Caitlin Clark's got a ton of fans that support her, and she purposely gave her a.
The irony is undeniable. Kelsey Plum and other WNBA veterans are demanding higher salaries, which is fair, but in doing so, they're attacking the one player actually making those higher paychecks possible. It's like complaining about the size of your slice while spitting on the person who baked the pie. To understand why Colin Cowherd's defense of Caitlin Clark resonated so strongly, consider what she's accomplished in less than a year as a professional. Clark shattered the NCAA Division I all-time scoring record, men's or women's, with 3,685 career points. She led Iowa to back-to-back national championship games, a feat not seen since 2009. Her college matchups consistently drew larger audiences than some men's March Madness games, including the championship itself. Cowherd didn't hold back when defending Clark after Plum publicly criticized her, calling out the veteran for targeting the very player who has transformed the WNBA in her first season. Clark has turned the league from struggling to thriving, driving record TV ratings, sold-out arenas, endorsement deals, and revenue growth. Meanwhile, Plum, despite her talent and achievements, has never moved the needle in the same way. Cowherd framed Plum's comments as a mix of jealousy and poor judgment, warning that undermining the league's breakout star is not just bad sportsmanship, it's economic suicide. His message was clear: recognize and appreciate the player driving your success. Protect the golden goose and stop letting resentment sabotage the league. Caitlin Clark is a transcendent talent, and how the WNBA's veterans respond now could determine whether she stays to elevate the league or takes her game elsewhere.